And welcome back to I don't even remember which what if number this is at this point. I just know this is probably going to be the last one in this series because I don't do the Boruto series at all because I don't watch or read Boruto. So last time on Naruto, what if Naruto stole the scroll or took the scroll of sealing after the Mizuki incident? What if? Basically, we are in the Ninja War. We left off with Sasuke and resurrected Itachi going head to head with resurrected Madara, and then Naruto and Killer B running into the Biju host Six Paths. So, and then Kakashi and Guy obviously would meet up with them because that's what happened. So Naruto, so Naruto and B would definitely have an easier time with the Six Paths than they did initially because Naruto actually has full control over the Kyuubi mode at this point, and has probably even experimented with the Sage mode variant of it. So you would have them still struggling against these guys, still duking it out with them, but having an easier time dealing with them. Eventually, the force gets cleared out, and they have them in their Biju forms. Naruto as Nine Tails and B in his Eight Tails form both go full out on them, and do ultimately beat them because together they are stronger than any of the other ones. Now, does Naruto have that moment communicating with Son and the others? I would say yes, because I think there's still a scenario where he gets swallowed up by Son and therefore is has that communication with him, and therefore he would, and with Kurama being on his side, he'd have easier time communicating with him. So there is that moment of him talking with Son, then him talking with the others in that circle, so forth and so on, getting a little bit of their chakra. And then obviously you have Obito's like, okay, I'll do it myself. Now Naruto, unlike in the last in the canon version, is nowhere near as tired out in this case because he can go back into the Kyuubi mode if he has to. So he's able to. The whole plan of basically hitting Obito, works out a lot easier because Naruto's just not as tired and has had more experience using the form. Then fast forward over to the Madara fight with Sasuke and Itachi. They're doing what they can against him. However, it's really minimal. Madara is still, when you really break down, Madara was still far more powerful than pretty much any of them. The only reason Madara even lost the fight, ultimately, was because Kaguya ultimately took over his body. Now that said, though, when Naruto and Sasuke had their Six Paths powers, they were able to fight on equal footing with him, but they still didn't truly overpower him. And the only reason, again, he truly lost was because Kaguya ended up exploding out of his body. So Madara probably would end up beating them down. The Hokages would then take over as Itachi and Sasuke try to go and aid Naruto against the false Madara. They would end up getting their asses kicked as well. Then Madara shows up on the battlefield along with Obito. I mean, it still goes, roughly speaking, the way it's supposed to, with Six Paths Obito showing up, Naruto doing what he can against him. Same with Sasuke. It does, and they do ultimately win, and they have a slightly easier time winning. But it's not the scenario where Sasuke wraps the Kurama in the Susanoo. It's not that, because he doesn't have an eternal Mangekyo in this version. He doesn't. But you do get maybe Itachi and him combining their efforts together and doing something similar to that and then beating him. Then Madara shows up, gets resurrected, and steals Kakashi's eye. And it starts to get really convoluted at this point, because now it's like, what does happen versus what doesn't happen? Like, does Sasuke and Naruto have those moments where they talk to the Sage of Six Paths? They'd have to get their asses handed to them because they were near death when that happened. I would say that does still probably happen. So just because it's Madara, and Madara is pretty, hacked and messed up that way. And ultimately, the problem comes down to this, is that when we get to this point, does Naruto or... the big issue I see here is, Is Sasuke and Itachi Susanoo's together capable of canceling out the Eternal Tsukuyomi? I don't know, because the Susanoo that Sasuke used to cancel it out was one created by Eternal Mangekyo plus his Six Sage powers. So that being said, if he gets his Six Sage powers, which I would assume he would, his Mangekyo Sharingan, then yeah, we can make the excuse that yes, he does create the Susanoo, and at that point, it works out because there's nothing that would really change because Sasuke is not using his Mangekyo most of the time in that fight. He was using his Sharingan and other abilities in Susanoo. So yeah, I would argue that yes, he would. They would ultimately defeat Kaguya without much differences in terms of the overall story. And then you get to what happens afterwards. Well, Hashirama's like, "Oh, Madara, it's sorry." He's like, "Oh, it's okay. You forgive you, whatever." And that's it. You don't get Sasuke having that final fight with Naruto because you don't get that because Sasuke never was evil in this version. So you would cut to the years later where Naruto has become Hokage. Sasuke probably isn't even the wandering ninja out of the village. He's probably just like a high-ranking jonin in the village. He's got a kid with 10-10, I bet. Sakura has probably, found someone else. Who would I say Sakura could have found? Found Sai. We know Choji found, what was her name? Kazu? So I can't remember exactly her name. The Cloud individual. And Shikamaru found Tamari. Did they ever actually see? Because someone made a point in this video saying I should let 10-10 be with Lee because she's supposed to be with Lee. I'm like, was that ever confirmed? That 10-10 and Lee were a thing? Oop, 10. Okay, block. Okay, 10-10 were a thing. That's who Metal's mom is. There we go. 10-10 Naruto. Hold on. Yeah, was that ever confirmed? I don't think that was ever confirmed. Because otherwise I'd just say Sakura finally sees I could probably make the argument anyway. She sees all the really good traits in Lee and does fall for him eventually, and they have a kid, and that can be Metal. Hold on. Come on. Rock Lee. Okay. My guy, Rock Lee. I'm not getting. Let me see if I can find who Rock Lee's who Metal's mom supposedly is, because frankly, I have nothing to prove that 10-10 and Lee got together. Let's see here. He has a son. I know he has a son. Who's Metal's mom? The Lee clan. No, novel. Okay, so Lee actually comes from a clan according to a novel. Sorry for the wait. Okay, so they don't give it to me in the actual description. And as Lee and these feelings apparently have never changed. Have apparently changed by Dolly. He married someone else and has a son named Metal Lee. So yeah, he just says he married someone else. It doesn't say it's 10-10's the mom. So frankly, I've never bought in that him and 10-10 should be together. So I don't. If you think that, great. I've never bought into that myself. Ultimately, though, yeah, I could see her probably ending up with Lee. So Metal's actually their kid in this version. They still probably would have what was it, Sarada, Sasuke's daughter. Except I don't know. I don't expect her to have glasses. Like, she has Sharingan. Why does she need glasses? I don't know. You'd still get Naruto, Boruto, and Himawari, and unfortunately, Boruto's still an unlikable character in my mind. And there's not much else to go over, really. For sake of fun, Kakashi gets married. Let's say that. Kakashi still gets married. I don't know. Kakashi needs a win. Come on, Kakashi needs to get some. Ultimately, yeah. So it still ends generally the same, though some of the couples are changed. I don't see enough that would have been changed in the overall story to affect the overall end of the series, so I do think it ends on a good note for everyone. So that is the end of What If Naruto had taken the scroll ceiling after the Mizuki incident. A lot changed. A lot changed. But not enough that it changed the overall outcome in the end. So until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. This week is the week of What If. The standard Who Would Wins will be available. I'll be seeing both 5 Feet Apart and Us this week. Death Battle prediction. Obviously, a box office report over the weekend. The usual kind of fair. So, and unless there's some War of the Spark stuff, I'm not going to be really doing anything Magic related as far as I can tell. And unless anything new for Shield and Sword comes out, nothing Pokemon related. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys next time, and a happy St. Patty's Day.